Meghan Markle's Thanksgiving fraud exposed. Nancy Sidley has claimed that this visit, apparently for charity, with Lily and Archie, who of course couldn't be seen because, it's a total freak show these days, was not as it seemed, with claims that actors were used in the pictures, something that the Sussexes are believed to have done before. Here's the revelation from the Sidley twins. Nancy posting, "Did Harry, Meghan and Our Big Kitchen Los Angeles really think I wasn't going to look this up? I'm starting to think the, quote, volunteers in the background are extras because there's no way they actually gave out the food they were supposedly preparing in those staged photos." And she's then posted Californian law, which says that anyone preparing, serving, or handling food or utensils must wear a hair constraint, something that Meghan was obviously not doing, as well as clean outer clothing, no sleeveless tops, armpits must be covered up. It's not about modesty, it's about hygiene and preventing contamination. Also not allowed rings, watches, bracelets, loose necklaces, dangling earrings, facial jewelry, anything that can trap bacteria. Now, of course, that's not what Meghan did. I mean, Nancy even pointing out that she was not wearing socks and her feet were exposed. Indeed, when you look at what actually was analysed using Grok, they make it very, very clear that none of this lived up to what is expected by law in California. So let me come to royal YouTube sensation according to Taz. Tash, look, this obviously sounds completely bonkers, apart from the fact that these guys have used actors and extras and professionals in their shoots before, and certainly legally, Meghan was not matching the hygiene standards required. What do you think's gone on here?
I think that they've just gone in there for a photo op, in all honesty. I think this is why the organisation hasn't forced them to wear the hair nets and the fact that Meghan hasn't even got her hair tied back. If you see the positioning of where Harry and Meghan are, they seem to be off on their own little table, pretty much separate at the end from the rest of the people that look like that they're actually working. So my guess is that Harry and Meghan came in there, posed for the photographs, merched Archwell, as we can see. Every opportunity that they can, they will use other charities to promote themselves. And that's my guess as to why that they are not following the same rules that other people do, because it would be pretty shocking if Harry and Meghan are allowed to break such serious hygiene codes just because of who they are. But then people do enable them, they do let them get away with things. We know when there was COVID pandemic restrictions, they were allowed into a nursery to be photographed with people's children, and even the parents weren't allowed in. But I think that they just turned up, this was a quick photo op, and they were in and out.
Yeah, because these events are never what they seem, are they, Tash? Because do you remember what happened with Meghan and the Afghan refugees, who also
Yes.
weren't what they seemed? So the problem is, I do think there is a track record now of us being completely unable to trust that what we see is what we get from these Sussex stunts.
Everything is staged managed. Everything is performance. I don't believe when they do these charitable drives or whatever you want to call it, these appearances, it's genuine. I mean, you're talking at the moment where they're both being absolutely destroyed in the media. Meghan is trying everything she can to get the noise to stop regarding of her being light fingered and taking things from sets. And then, of course, they pop up, and it wasn't enough just them. They've obviously got their children with them there this time as well. And I just think if this was genuine, they would use their platform like the royals do. When Prince William goes to soup kitchens and things, he's promoting the charity, the people that do the work. Harry and Meghan have clearly gone there to promote themselves. They've gone there to promote their brand, Archwell. And I think it just ruins any good deeds that they do. I'd imagine that the photographer they probably took with them actually gets more money than what these charities do off the couple, that when they want a good PR, they will pop up somewhere and do something like this. And as I said, now they're dragging the kids along for extra headlines. But I still don't think it worked. I did not see as many people as I would have expected jump on the fact that this was Archie and Lily's big debut doing charitable things, because again, it was just the backs of the heads. And I think not many people really care.
No, but Tash, it's so obvious what she's doing there, isn't it? So, number one,
Oh,
as you say, it's completely controlled. It's on the Archibald website. But, oh, this just comes coincidentally after Prince George has just made his big debut at the
mm,
Royal Albert Hall. And all of a sudden, they're freaking out because it's like, oh, we've said we want our kids to be private, but actually, oh no, George is out there. It's so
yeah.
transparent, and we're seeing more and more of them, of course. And eventually, this rule is just going to go by the wayside. Okay, half of you watching this are not subscribed to Dan Wootton Outspoken, and the best way you can support what we do is by hitting that subscribe button. It is completely free, and turn on the notification bell to be alerted to our new episodes.
Yeah, of course it is like that. It was when Prince Louis, in his birthday photograph, he had lost a tooth. Meghan, what was it? Within 24 hours,
Yes.
she appeared, didn't she? And then it was, oh, I've got to rush home because Archie's about to lose a tooth. It's obsessional. But yes, I think even with that, they're going to start using the children in a way to be competition for the Wales children. And I just find this completely bizarre. I mean, Archie was old enough, I'd say, to go along to tag along with his parents to certain things, but not to be making food, I think, in a soup kitchen for homeless people. He's too young for that. And Lily is definitely too young. They look like they plonked her on a box. She's got her head over in a bowl where you can see this woman trying to work as well. And yes, again, it's just the whole hygiene doing and the stunts. And yes, like you said, it's just purely because they see the Wales children who are now beginning to become, especially Prince George, have their debuts, and they're like, oh, quick, we've got to be relevant, we've got to get Archie and Lily out there. And it's, as I
Totally.
said, it's everything's performative.
It's
Everything.
performative, but it's also obviously completely hypocritical because it doesn't align
Oh
with
yeah.
everything else that I've said. By the way, I do think it is funny that even GB News, which has been pretty on side with Meghan Markle in recent months, is now branding her the Salmonella
Oh
Sussex because of
yeah.
her hygiene. And Brittany from the Royal News Network posted, haha, goodness, it's crazy how much she seems to confirm in every post that she doesn't really cook or host much, destroying the entire premise of her brand. She should just admit that her most consistent and favorite type of food is takeout and be done with it. And it's like, of course, we can see that, Tash. I mean, the turkey just looked awful, and I pity anyone not only who had to spend yesterday in the miserable Sussex mansion, but also eating her awful dry food.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like if you're going to it's just she just seasoned the skin. There was no butter, no putting bacon on it. There was nothing to keep that turkey moist.
No,
But
she
it is
doesn't
the
like
gross.
food. It's so obvious. She doesn't like food. She does like a drink. Do you know what I mean? It's very obvious. She has a love for a drink, and that's fine. But she's not an
Yeah,
eater. She doesn't like food. She's not good at food. She's also not good at hosting. But look, we've also
no.
got to talk, Tash, about how this Thanksgiving actually was really about Meghan Markle becoming, wait for it, a Soho House girl again. And as you
Mm.
posted on X, sorry, but Meghan's setting up these little pop-up stores in a bookstore and now Soho House to flog her as ever products just reminds me of the 1950s Tupperware parties. She stacks her stuff like one as well. And I do think sort of the huge embarrassment, Tash, of this total return to her past has been overlooked because of the timing. I mean, she even wrote on Instagram, talk about a full circle moment. In my old stomping ground of West Hollywood with a brand, family, and friends that have been part of my life for so long, and also part of my love story with H. So she's even now having to lean into this. And sometimes, comedy, Tash, sums up perfectly what's really going on. And I wanted to show you this brilliant spoof of Lauren Lunn Farrow, our friend over at The Insider, suggesting a conversation between Meghan Markle and Marcus Anderson about how exactly this pop-up store came to be. You'll love this. Watch.
Marcus, I have got loads of jam and I need to do a little PR thing. Do you think you can stock it? You won't stock it on the website. Okay. Could we do like a little pop-up shop, like just for, I don't know, half a day? Yeah. No, that's fine. I know you won't do any social media about it, but I've got a boot full of white labeled jam. So if I drive it, yeah, and I'll just do a little video where I lay it all out on the table. I'll walk around the table, and then maybe I could do some PR, and the public will fall for it. Yes, they'll fall for it. No, Netflix aren't selling it on their online store. No, I know the show didn't make the top 300, but we won't talk about that because I have copy approval in my interviews, Marcus, so people don't ask me about it. No, what I'll do, I'll put it on Instagram and no one can have an opinion. We'll just have their money, but they can't have an opinion because I took the comments off. Okay, all right. Thanks, Marcus. Bye.
Dash it. I mean, that is probably how it went, because this is mortifying. I mean, remember earlier in the year on the podcast, it's like, I'm going to be in retail stores and, Netflix is putting me in their brick and mortar stores and we're going to be all over the Netflix website. Now it's a pop-up at a local bloody bookstore in Marcus Anderson, Soho House in Melrose.
I'm telling you, Dan, she's just mere weeks away from begging some rich people that are on the WME client list. She'll pop up in Gwyneth Paltrow's kitchen soon, doing, like I said, selling it like it's the Tupperware. She'll be like stacking it in people's homes, trying to get people to buy it. I mean, this really is embarrassing. And yeah, I mean, Netflix, the fact that Netflix aren't selling it on their website, that was something that made me laugh, because she's like, oh, yes, well, Netflix has said that they won't, through spokespeople and sources. It was always this clapback that she's obsessed with doing. But when she said, oh, yeah, they'll be selling it in the stores, and then it turns out that the stores have no intention of selling it, then it'd be Netflix will be selling the products on their website. Was a Netflix person came forward and said, no, thank you. No, Meghan will be selling her stuff on her website. I mean, talk about this big build-up that she did, that Netflix are the partners. Netflix are totally invested in her. No, they're not. Netflix just wants the contract and all of the obligations to dry up so they can just go, right, we're done with that.
Totally. And by the way, not even Anna Wintour, who everyone thought was on Meghan's side after that Balenciaga fashion show appearance.
Hello to her. I mean, seriously.
That was it, wasn't it? And that gave a lot of hope in the Sussex squad. Oh, she's changing allegiance. Do you know what I mean? She's moving. Totally. Yeah. But now there's been two major blows for Meghan. Firstly, that Tatler cover, which is just beautiful, isn't it, of the Duchess of Kent, but is also focusing editorially on how Catherine has led the royals in championing the Duchess of Kent's treasured causes following her death, which is a lovely thing. Then Vogue releases a video of Anna Wintour praising not Meghan's style, but Catherine's. Watch this.
Perfect for you.
Hi, Anna. What celebrity can I look to for my holiday style inspiration this season?
Great question. I don't think that you can go wrong with the Duchess of Cambridge, who always looks impeccable. And I think right now, when we're thinking very much about styles that are a little bit more classic and have a heritage feeling, when you look at what she wears when she goes to church, could be a Catherine Walker dark red princess coat, or when she has to go out at night with her husband, something a little bit more glamorous like a McQueen, but she always looks absolutely impeccable.
So, I mean, goodness me, that is huge praise from Anna Wintour. But first, as we get older, you notice it. After a cold day, hard workout, even a long week, recovery just isn't as quick as it used to be, right? That bounce back factor matters. And it turns out the secret isn't luck, it's stem cells, your body's built-in repair crew. With age, that system slows down. Fewer cells, weaker signals, slower recovery. That's exactly why Qualia created Qualia Stem Cell. Think of it this way. Your cells are powerful. Qualia stem cell helps keep them that way. It's crafted with nature's heavy lifters, sea buckthorn, royal jelly, and more to support your body's natural repair system so you can keep moving, healing, and thriving. You don't have to accept slowing down. This is about supporting better aging by reactivating the systems that help you bounce back. And it's refreshingly simple. You take it just 4 days a month. So if you've ever felt like your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to, whether it's after a tough workout, getting sick, or just the wear and tear of life, this is for you. Qualia Stem Cell was designed to support your body's natural repair systems, helping you heal, recover, and keep going strong. And right now, you can try it for up to 50% off at qualialife.com/Dan. And here's a bonus. Use the code Dan for an additional 15% off your order. So that's QUALIA life.com/Dan. Your body's built to repair itself. Qualia just helps it do it that better. And a big thanks, by the way, to Qualia for sponsoring this episode of Outspoken. But now, back to the show.
Highest of praise, Anna Wintour. But yeah, she's not wrong, is she? I mean, Catherine, no matter what event she's going to, if she's rocking up at a farm, if she's, going out in the evening to a big glamorous event, or even this, not many people could make a grey houndstooth dress look as glamorous as Catherine does. She really is a beautiful woman, which shines through, and her fashion choices are completely impeccable. She always looks incredibly tailored. She always looks amazing. And Anna Wintour, that's definitely going to have irked Meghan a bit more, I think. But I mean, they really did run with that. All she did was air kiss her and say, "Hello, darling." I mean, that was pretty much it. But Meghan did latch on to Anna, and she tried to walk in with Anna. And I think Anna knew exactly what Meghan was doing, and she obviously hung back. And that's when we had the grand entrance of Meghan with her entourage, like she was the star person on that catwalk. But yeah, I do. It does make me laugh because it does tend to blow that out of the water. There is no switching of allegiances. She was just simply being polite because the cameras were on her.
Totally. And can we just remind everyone, Meghan didn't get the Vogue cover. Okay, she got Harper's Bazaar, but she needed the Vogue cover. That's what she wanted. The new editor of Vogue was there, but the new editor of Vogue still reports into Anna Wintour, so Anna Wintour would have had the final say. She didn't get it, okay? She didn't get it, which is why she went to Harper's Bazaar. So, Anna Wintour threw her a tiny bone, but she didn't get the cover. I think we all just have to remember this. Now, we saw Catherine, I think, looking absolutely beautiful yesterday, Tash, but have you seen... This has really been going viral. Lots of people saying, oh, she's too thin, and there's a whole online campaign about this. Did you have any concerns, Tash? I mean, obviously we know she's still dealing with her health issues, but did you have any worries?
No, not really. Catherine has been slim for a number of years. And when someone is malnourished or someone is not eating properly, someone is sick, they don't tend to have the muscle like Catherine does. And you only have to see her at events when you can see a bit of leg, you can see a bit of thigh, you can see her forearms, you can see that she's got really strong muscle tone. She obviously works out. She looks healthy in her face. I don't have any concerns. I believe that she is slim. Do I think that she would look better with a few more pounds on her? My personal opinion, I yes, I guess she might, but this is again, this is just a form of body shaming. Who are these people to judge what size she should or shouldn't be when she has looked like this for years? And I saw a recent picture actually. Well, it wasn't recent. I saw it recently of I think she was on honeymoon with Prince William. And she doesn't look too different. There was a photograph, the paparazzi got them walking along the beach, and she really doesn't look that different in size to what she does now. So I think it's just another obsession that people go through these phases where, oh, Catherine's too skinny, Catherine's this, and it's just another way to be negative about her. I think that she is probably really taking care of herself. And Prince William, you've only got to look at Prince William as well. In his 40s, that man has done something, whatever it is, he can keep doing it. But he clearly is the same.
There
You
are
know,
these pictures to get you all
yes,
hot and bothered
get me all
again,
hot and bothered
Tash.
again.
And
you can
wasn't it
see.
just amazing this week, Tash? Prince William saying during the
Oh, it's
visit to Wales, this is it. Behind every average man, there is an even better wife. And you just thought that is a truly happy marriage.
It is. It is. They look lovely together. They look happy together. They look more connected publicly. I mean, they've always been incredibly close, but you do see, I think we said before when we spoke last week, there seems to be more of a, I don't know, I guess a public connection between them. They're not as, I guess, I don't know. It's strange. You get what I'm trying to say. I think they're more affectionate with each other in front of the public now. We saw when they arrived,
Look,
you
they're
know, at
totally more comfortable because, yeah,
touchy-feely, but not too much. Never taking it to the extremes that the other two did. You know, they don't paw at each other, but you can see that they've lost a little bit of that formality and they seem a bit more relaxed. And I just think what everything they went through, it's really
of
just
course, that's what happens when
changed
you
over
have
them.
gone through an experience like that. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Uh, and look, Prince William, he's just continuing to charm people, Tash. It's just emerged that he spent a traditional pub lunch at an inn in Wiltshire at the Walnut Tree Inn. And he had a burger and fries, £18.95, and left a £75 tip, Tash. And the locals were all loving him there. And it's just totally normal. You know, yes, he had the security guards at one table, but didn't cause a big fuss.
No, he doesn't though. I mean, Catherine and William have gone into pubs with the children and had burger and chips like any other normal family in the garden. They don't feel the need to shut down the pub. They don't, cause major problems. They don't draw attention to themselves. Prince William discreetly goes in with his security. They don't turn up with the bells and whistles and a police escort and a massive motorcade with them to draw attention to them. He just goes about his business really, and it was really lovely for the pub to come forward and say that he was really nice. And it's nice to always hear that people are tipping the waiting and the restaurant staff a decent tip as well.
Definitely. And Tash, we obviously contrast that one happy couple with a very unhappy one in Montecito. And lots of people still believe to this day, Tash, and I think there is some truth in it, that Harry, a bit like his father before him, was deprived of his one true love, settling down with her, Chelsea Davy. And it must be very painful for him to see Chelsea, who's been really private, Tash, over the past few years. I mean, we love this woman, but go public with her post-marriage life this week. It was in a feature in London's Evening Standard. She released these pictures of her lovely husband, her 2 children, and spoke with some joy about her marriage and her new life in Mauritius. And you just think, God, that's going to hurt him. That is going to hurt him, Tash, no matter what he now claims.
I mean, she really is living the dream. She looks completely happy. It's clearly obvious that she dodged a bullet. Whilst I believe that Harry, that they were first loves, weren't they? I believe, she did love him very much. But, you grow, you change. And I think that she, as much as Meghan's ex-husband, that they've definitely gone up in the world with their life partners. They seem a lot happier, and Chelsea is absolutely glowing. But let's not forget that it was only in Spare that he tried to drag her into that as well by bringing her up. And I don't think her husband appreciated that very much. Then with his court cases, Harry's, going up against the evil media dragons. He kept bringing Chelsea into it, putting her back in the newspapers. This is something that she didn't want. And part of the reason why she, said that she didn't want that sort of life. And Harry just still seems hell-bent on every opportunity of dragging her into it one way or another. And I can't imagine that that went down well, especially when she's moved on and happily married 2 beautiful children. But yeah, she certainly looks like she's living the best life. And yeah, it's a shame. She would have made a beautiful princess, but that life just wasn't for her. Perhaps Harry will have better luck when he has his second wife.
Yes. Yes, indeed, Tash. Very well put. Very well put. But he certainly won't be, the handsome young prince that Chelsea Davy fell in love with back then.
Ship sailed.
No, indeed. But we've got much more coming up over in the Uncancelled After Show on Substack. How William and Catherine are about to steal Harry and Meghan's American thunder, plus shocking new revelations about Meghan's stolen dress. And guess what? It's Black Friday, which means we have our biggest ever discount running on Substack right now. I want to give an opportunity for you guys to join the fun that we have over an Outspoken Substack, join the community there for 35% off the usual price. There's a special address that you need to go to, though, because it is Black Friday. danwootonoutspoken.com/sale, SALE. So that's Dan Wootton, WOOTTON, outspoken.com/sale, and you can join everything we do at Substack with this special one-off biggest discount ever, 35% off the usual price for Black Friday. Now, as a Substack paid subscriber, you get first access to our Royal Uncancelled After Show every single Monday to Friday in full with no advertising whatsoever. And you can watch either live or on demand. But more importantly, for me, Substack is a free speech platform, so I'm protected there from lawfare. I'm protected there from cancellation. You can also message me directly on there. And I promise you, when you get the reply, it is definitely coming from me, because we're a community on Substack. And it's a very important part of what I do. So if you do want to keep me independent, remember, I have absolutely no conglomerates or evil investors controlling what I have to say. This is a totally independent show. Then I would love you to be part of it. The address for this special 35% off sale is www.danwootonoutspoken.com/sale. www.danwootonoutspoken.com/sale. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.